Julia Trubkina, known to fans of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise through her appearances on 90 Day Fiancé Season 8 and 90 Day, The Last Resort, has opened up about a deeply personal and emotional experience that has touched the hearts of many. In a recent update, Julia shared the heartbreaking news of losing her beloved dog Simba, an event that has affected her profoundly. More than just a pet, Simba was her emotional support, companion, and source of stability during some of the most difficult moments in her life. As Julia navigates this loss, she has chosen to share her grief and healing process publicly. Her story is a testament to the powerful bonds between people and animals, and how love, in any form, can become a source of strength, inspiration, and healing. Julia's start on 90 Day Fiancé and the challenges of a new life. Julia first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé Season 8 in 2020 alongside her now husband, Brandon Gibbs. The couple met online and quickly began a whirlwind romance. Julia, who was born and raised in Russia, moved to the U.S. to start a new life with Brandon on his family's farm in rural Virginia. The cultural transition, combined with the adjustment to farm life and living under the same roof as Brandon's parents, presented unique and sometimes overwhelming challenges for Julia. From the start, it was clear that Julia was not particularly fond of farm work or being surrounded by animals. However, her situation began to change with the arrival of one very special companion, Simba, a dog she named after her favorite character from Disney's The Lion King. Simba wasn't just any dog. He became the first being in her new environment with whom she could form an unconditionally loving bond. Simba's role in Julia's life, more than just a pet. Over time, Simba became a significant figure in Julia's life. When Julia felt isolated or homesick, Simba was there. When she experienced personal challenges or conflict, Simba provided comfort. As she adjusted to married life and worked to carve out a space for herself in a new country, Simba offered her the consistency and companionship she deeply needed. Julia has shared in the past how Simba inspired her to pursue a passion for dog training. With guidance and encouragement from her father-in-law, she began training Simba and eventually gained confidence in her skills. What began as a necessity turned into a business, and Julia launched a subscription box service aimed at pet lovers, offering curated items for both dogs and cats. Simba's influence extended beyond companionship. He helped shape Julia's sense of purpose and direction in a time when she was searching for both. Her journey from reluctant farm resident to professional dog trainer and pet business owner can, in many ways, be traced back to the bond she built with Simba. The devastating loss. Julia's tribute to Simba. In April 2025, Julia shared the devastating news that Simba had passed away unexpectedly. While the details were not fully disclosed, she mentioned that his passing came as a shock and left her heartbroken. She expressed the depth of her grief by reposting a reel from the account at Self-True Journey, which discussed how the emotional bond between humans and pets can sometimes rival or mirror the feelings associated with human loss. The voiceover in the video described the physiological and psychological effects of losing a deeply loved animal companion, explaining that the brain can register such a loss in a way that's similar to grieving a family member. Julia's decision to repost this video, along with her caption and emotional responses in the comments, spoke volumes about how closely she had connected with Simba, not just as a pet, but as a vital part of her life. Julia described Simba as her son in several posts, emphasizing how he filled a space in her heart that she didn't know was empty. Over the years, she had expressed uncertainty about becoming a parent, often sharing with fans that motherhood was not part of her immediate plans. However, with Simba, she found herself stepping into a nurturing, protective role, forming a deep emotional connection that she cherished. Coping with grief in the public eye. Grieving a beloved pet is never easy, and doing so in the public eye can make it even more complicated. Julia, however, has remained open with her fans, allowing them a glimpse into the emotional aftermath of her loss. She shared how Simba's passing left her feeling empty and struggling to find the right words to express the depth of her sorrow. While Julia has always maintained a lighthearted and energetic presence on social media, this period has shown a different side of her, one marked by vulnerability, quiet reflection, and heartfelt emotion. Many of her followers responded with compassion, offering messages of support and sharing their own experiences with pet loss. This exchange has helped build a sense of community among her fans, united by empathy and shared understanding. Julia's transparency has helped normalize the mourning process for pets and highlighted how meaningful the human-animal bond can be. By honoring Simba so openly, she has also encouraged others to appreciate their own animal companions and recognize the emotional value they bring to everyday life. Simba's legacy, from inspiration to business. Even though Simba is no longer physically by her side, his impact on Julia's life continues. Her business, which was inspired by her love for animals and her bond with Simba, remains active. Julia continues to advocate for pet care and shares tips and stories related to animal well-being. She has mentioned plans to expand her business and possibly incorporate Simba's memory into future product lines or charitable initiatives. Whether through pet accessories, training content, or community support efforts, Simba's legacy will live on in the work Julia does to promote the happiness and health of pets everywhere. This dedication has given her a renewed sense of purpose, even in the midst of grief. It's clear that Julia is channeling her emotions into projects that not only honor Simba, but help others care for their own furry friends. Brandon's role and support during this difficult time. While much of the focus has been on Julia and her connection with Simba, fans have also wondered how Brandon is supporting her through this period of loss. The couple's relationship has been featured extensively in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, including on 90 Day, the last resort, where they explored relationship counseling and worked through communication challenges. Though Julia hasn't publicly commented on Brandon's reaction to Simba's passing, it's likely that the experience has been difficult for both of them. Pets often become central to family life, and losing one can bring about shared grief, even if expressed differently. Some fans have voiced hope that this moment of vulnerability might help strengthen their bond, giving them a new reason to support one another. As Julia navigates the coming weeks and months, many viewers will be watching to see how her relationship evolves and whether this emotional period leads to further personal growth or shifts in her priorities. Looking ahead, healing and honoring love. Healing from a significant loss takes time, and for Julia, the journey is just beginning. Yet even in the earliest stages of grief, she has shown resilience and strength. By continuing to share her experience, engage with fans, and work on the projects that Simba helped inspire, she is honoring both her love for him and her own path forward. The 90 Day Fiancé franchise has shown viewers many different sides of Julia: the fun-loving partner, the new immigrant adjusting to a foreign culture, the animal lover who reluctantly embraced farm life, and now the woman learning to cope with a heartbreaking goodbye. Through each phase, she has remained true to herself and open with those who follow her story. In remembering Simba and sharing what he meant to her, Julia is offering comfort to others who have faced similar losses. She's also providing a powerful reminder that love takes many forms, and every bond, human or animal, deserves to be celebrated and mourned when it's lost.